Have you ever thought about how much our world is trying to influence us? Every single day, something or somebody is trying to influence us in one way or the other. Whether that's through our social media, through the books that we read, through our family and friends. Even department stores have specific layouts to try to influence our buying habits. And most of the time, the things that are trying to influence us are only trying to influence us for their gain. Whether they're trying to influence our thoughts, our spending habits, or even influencing us into some action. Whatever we allow to influence us is either going to build us up or it's going to bring us down. And if we let it, it can completely manipulate our entire belief system. And to me, that can be dangerous. That's why I believe it is critical to establish principles to live by, to decide what standard or whose standard we're going to look to when we have questions. What authority are we going to say is the ultimate authority in our lives? And here's the kicker, and maybe even what's more important, where are these principles coming from? Are they coming from within us? Are we looking to family and friends? Or are we looking to the government to establish these principles for us? Well, for me, my principles, standards, and ultimate authority come from God and God's Word. If we rely on ourselves or someone else, we're setting ourselves up for failure. Steven Covey makes a great point in his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, that each of us tends to think we see things as they are, that we are objective. But that is not the case. We see the world not as it is, but as we are, or as we are conditioned to see it. To me, this is so simple and makes so much sense. We are conditioned by what we allow to influence us. We can be influenced to see the world a certain way, to believe a certain way, and to even act a certain way. If we're so easily influenced, why in the world would I think that I could set any kind of standard to live by? And when I think about all the influences in our lives, the first and biggest influence that I think of are our parents. If our parents are living by the right principle, this is going to do nothing but give us a huge head start if we'll only listen to them. But once we get older, other influences are going to come into our lives, and this is where the phrase trust but verify becomes key. Now, I believe that we can learn something from every potential influence that enters our lives, but we use God's Word to verify whether or not that influence is true, whether we should listen to them or disregard them altogether. I hope this video is challenging you to evaluate the principles and influences in your life and to verify whether or not those influences are true to God's Word. Thanks for watching.